Hi guys, welcome back to day two of this series during the Easter. And today's video is titled I Don't Have a Choice. Yes, I don't have a choice. Even when it comes to my marriage, I don't have a choice. And by the time I'm speaking these words, I've gone through process after process, pruning. I've gone through tears, I've gone through laughter, I've gone through a journey, a series of journey with God. And I've died and I'm still dying every day to my flesh, to my choice, so that God can have his way in me. And I just want to talk to us today about what God has laid in my heart during this Easter. And this is a word to someone out there who is finding it hard to surrender their love life. Maybe you've surrendered your the other areas of your life, your work life, your career life, business, ministry, and all that. But when it comes to your marriage life or your relationship life, no, you want to take control. This is a word for you, and I'll be sharing bits of my testimony uh, so that you can just be a blessing to anyone listening to this. And I pray that you will relate to what I'm talking about. And I start by maybe just giving a highlight of my journey with Christ, especially when it comes to my area of relationship. I've had quite a journey, and I was born again. I think I can't even remember the year when I was born again, but I was young. I was still maybe in early teens. I can't remember really, but I remember in 2010, I was baptized, and that's when, like, I can say my deep relationship with God, or that's when I started maturing to things of God. So this is when I was finishing my second. I was just finishing my high school, and I got baptized after high school, and I was like, yeah, now things would get better in my life. Even before before all that, I had not an easy journey as a lady, as a girl out there. I've been through so much as a person, I think. Um, but looking back, I now understand why. It's because of God's glory. It's because of God's purposes, what He was birthing through all this. So I now understand why. So when I got baptized, I thought, now I'll have the best life. And I was already in a relationship, but immediately after my baptism, something crazy happened in my relationship. And I was like, God, where are you? I thought that things would get better. And yeah, it got worse after my baptism. Yeah, and months later, God told me to come out of that relationship. I entered another one, and again, I entered. It's funny how God allows you to enter a relationship, uh, whether it's when it's not from Him, He's silent. You can't hear Him speak, but when it's time for you to come out, God speaks. So I enter another relationship months later after my first relationship. And again, the ending of this second relationship wasn't a good one. And I was like, God, where are you in all this? I thought things would get better. And fast forward to 2014. For 2014, 2015, it's when I was actually transitioning from my second relationship. And since my first relationship ended, I had stopped going to church. I was just staying at home because at this time I was away from my family. They never knew I stopped going to church, but whenever I was with my family, I used to go with them to church. But I didn't understand why God allowed so much to happen in my love life, And I can say, looking back, I was bitter. I was somehow bitter with God, so He allowed bad, very ugly. Yeah, some of these things were ugly to me. They were not easy. Yeah, they were not easy stuff to deal with, considering my age at that time. But God allowed it, and fast forward to 2015, 20, late 2014, 2015, I just moved to a new place, and yeah, and I just felt like God was telling me to go back to church and seek Him. And to me, going back to church meant a lot. And I told Him, because you're the one who told me to come out of my last relationship, my second relationship. From this moment on, I want to walk with you. I want my walk with you to be, yeah, to be a deeper one. Like, I'm tired of just having a normal relationship with you, and I give you permission in every area of my life. Yeah, yeah, I told God to just have permission to have His way, even in my love life. And I remember while doing discipleship class in my former church, uh, there's a verse that we did a 10-week, I think it was a 10-week discipleship class. There's a verse that stood out as we were graduating from that discipleship class back in 2015. And I'm just let share that verse because it's actually the foundation of what I'm going to talk about today. It's the foundation of even this Easter we are celebrating. So I read it's Galatians chapter 2 verse 20. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. I no longer live, it is I. It is Christ who lives in me. And that's what God is saying in this time. When you look at your life, is it you that is living, or is it Christ? Have you given Him full access to your love life? And today, as I was just spending time with God, as I was preparing to come and record, God was, I felt the heart of God concerning even our situation in life generally and in our love life. God asked me a question: why do my children or my sons and daughters seem to surrender everything in their lives except their love life? And I was like, wow, that's such a question. And I love to pose that to you. Why do you think it's easy for you to, or it's important for you to surrender every area of your life except your love life? Yeah, except your love life. When God is telling you not to go into that relationship, why do you think you have a choice? When very well the Bible tells us it's no longer us, it is Christ that's living in us. And I love that. I love you to just process that. Is it Christ that is truly living in you, or is it yourself? not Christ, as we celebrate Easter, can you just invite Christ into your life? Not just in your love life. If it's your career, you know where you need to surrender your life to Christ. Uh, you know where. Just ask God, invite Him, and tell Him, Lord, I don't have a choice in my love life. I welcome you. I give you permission. I don't have a choice in my business. I give you permission in my area of ministry. So I'll do a part 2 of this, and I hope to see you in my next video.